Lindsay Kenner with the Devils Lake Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here with Jim Vasicek, the owner of Leading Edge Equipment, and we are going to learn a little bit about Leading Edge today. So good morning.
Good morning.
So doing a little research before I came in today, and want to start with the core value that was listed on your website, which is we believe that people buy from people and we value our customer, employee and supplier relationships above all else. So can you tell us a little bit about that and a little bit of the family history of the business?
Yeah, absolutely. So my grandpa bought the John Deere dealership in Michigan, North Dakota with a partner back in 1963. In 1969, he bought him out and continued as sole owner there. In the early 80s, my dad came back to the business. So I was the second generation coming back, and he ran it until eventually buying my grandpa out in 1995. And then I came back to the business in 2006, and me and him worked together up until 2017 when I purchased the business from him. He stayed on in kind of a CFO role and deals with some of the financial aspects of the business and is just there for advice and things of that nature. So the people buying from people and the relationship side of the business, that's just deeply ingrained in our culture, and it goes back to my grandfather and father. You know, a tractor is a commodity, but a relationship is something extremely valuable, we feel. It's important to have a great product to sell, but more important than that, it's to manage the relationship, and we strive to have repeated business. We've got a lot of accounts that are generational, just like we are, where, you know, my grandfather probably dealt with their grandfather and so on. So we take a lot of pride in the continuity of the business.
Okay, and I know we're sitting in a new building here in Devils Lake, but you have other locations as well around the state, correct?
We do, yep. So we started in Michigan, North Dakota, and then we purchased Devils Lake Equipment Company from the Andersons in 2010. So that included the location here, and then also the one up in Hamden, so about 45 minutes north of Devils Lake here. And then in 2012 we purchased Rosenau Equipment in Carrington.
Okay.
So, Carrington, North Dakota.
What made you decide to do a remodel?
Well, as we came over here, the overall scope of the business here in the Devils Lake location is somewhat unique. There's a good opportunity for us to sell turf equipment here, especially with some of the folks that live around the lake and kind of some of the weekend warriors that are maybe not from the region, but are kind of in and out seasonally. So that was an opportunity. And then just from an overall standpoint of making sure we're efficient and servicing our core large ag business, we needed to have a good sized service facility with overhead cranes and whatnot. So it enables us to service that market a lot more efficiently as well.
Okay, wonderful. And you know, when you drive along the highway, you see a lot of the big ag equipment, but that's not all you have. You market some of those smaller products as well. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a very full line of turf equipment, which goes from smaller tractors. You know, we have 100 horse down to 25 horse tractors that can be used for lawn and garden projects. Lawnmowers, Gator utility vehicles, all those type of items. In Devils Lake here we have 2 full-time service technicians, so that kind of goes back to managing that relationship as well. When those folks have an issue, it's nice to be able to turn that stuff around and get it back out to them. And that's where the new facility has been nice, is it's a nicer opportunity for us to showcase that equipment. A little more friendly for maybe the non-traditional ag customer to come in, a little friendlier storefront.
Yep, and I know Christmas will be shortly around the corner now that we're into fall, but I was really impressed when we came into the storefront today with all of the toys that are down there for the kids to play with. So I know there's bikes and different smaller tractors and different things. With that season coming up, can you talk a little bit about some of the different products that people can come in and buy for the holiday season?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll be gearing up as we go towards Christmas here. Lots of branded merchandise, apparel, gun safes, and then of course the replica toys and things of that nature. So just kind of something for everybody. You know, John Deere's a real powerful brand, and again, with having the nicer storefront now, we're able to display that stuff in a little more eye-appealing way, maybe.
Okay.
And with that, I believe as we ramp up to Christmas, we're going to do a Santa Claus Day here at the store the first weekend in December. So just another opportunity for us to maybe get some visibility to some folks who maybe haven't been out and checked out the new facility.
Okay. And then speaking of that winter season, do you have products for snow removal as well?
Yes, we do. So a lot of those small tractors that I mentioned earlier are excellent for snow removal at homes, larger properties. Also, a lot of our lawn mowers can be equipped with front mount snow blowers, and we do carry the John Deere skid steer line as well for snow removal. So
wonderful. Can you talk a little bit as far as your chamber membership and what that means to your business and how you've been able to utilize some of the services that we offer?
Sure, yeah, we're just very proud and happy to be a part of the community. It's been good for some networking opportunities. I know we had some folks go out and participate in your golf tournament a few weeks ago, and it's been a great opportunity for us to learn more about the community, especially moving in, from being a half hour down the road. And no, we're just happy to be here, and that's been a great part of it, good experience.
Wonderful.
It's a very broad product offering that we have. We just want people to know it's not just large tractors and combines, even though that is our core business. There's a lot there with John Deere. It's a great brand from top to bottom, and we're proud to represent it.